Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here with a new first look video of a new city builder that came out in early access. I believe it was last week at the time of this recording. This is called Worshippers of Cthulhu, and it's something that I saw pop up in my list of city builder feeds on Steam, and as someone who is a huge fan of anything Lovecraftian, it's like, okay, I've got to pay attention to this. And as I said, it came out in early access. I think it was like on the 25th of October, somewhere in that neighborhood. And there is a demo that is available. So I'm going to be taking a first look at Worshippers of Cthulhu using the demo. And then I already have it on my wish list. Unless something really goes bad in this first look, I can almost guarantee that I'm going to be wanting to play this when it comes out in 1.0. It is what looks like to be a traditional city builder of, the Anno 1800 style, and we all know I love that game, considering how many times I've played it, how many episodes of Anno 1800 I have on my channel. So this feels like it should fit right in with everything that I love about city builders. So let's go ahead and check out Worshippers of Cthulhu. Okay, so the current demo version does have localization, soundtrack, multiple art improvements. Numpad can now be bound in the game. Some tutorials can now be skipped. I will not be doing that. Let's go ahead and hit new. Now we're only going to take a 45-minute to hour look at it, because if it is what I think it is, it's going to be very quick to grab me, more than likely. Now this is interesting. Unlike in Anno 1800, where you start in a world and then you expand, there seems to be multiple locations. Now I don't know if these are just starting locations or if there's a story that's going to take us to all of them. But let's go ahead. Okay, your long journey towards a prophesied land hosting an opening to the sacred. Alright, I'll be honest with you, I have never been good at pronouncing Lovecraftian names. I read them all the time, but I've never been very good at pronouncing them. Arlaia is at its end. Can you keep your cult alive? Can you peek at the secrets of the old one? Alright, so we cannot change the difficulty. The introductory chapter has established the base difficulty. Okay.
I am not a harbinger of destruction. I am but a herald of cosmic rebirth. Our purpose is not to sow chaos, but to embrace the inevitable evolution that awaits us all. Humanity is insignificant, pitiful in its smallness. Our existence is a fleeting whisper in the cosmic winds. And only by awakening Cthulhu can we transcend our feeble existence. In one profound act, we can shake the foundations of the universe. Let us awaken Cthulhu, for in his awakening lies the catalyst for a cascading effect that will reshape the cosmos, and a new order shall emerge. The path ahead is treacherous, fraught with challenges, yet it is the only path worth treading. Let us forge a destiny that transcends the mundane.
We live on a placid island of ignorance in the midst of black seas of infinity, and it was not meant that we should voyage far. H.P. Lovecraft. That's a big rock there that you're not supposed to hit.
Never wavering, my venerable High Priest. Your guidance has proven prophetic. The structure before us, etched with our Lord's symbols, emerged as if unveiled at our approach. A certain sign of our fated arrival to this prophesied land. We've reached the edge of his holy realm.
Oh, wow. Okay. So deconstructing objects. To deconstruct an object, select it and your people will begin the salvage process. Your people can only salvage one object at a time. And then I'm assuming up here in the top left-hand corner are our resources. Okay.
High Priest, we may scavenge the fundamental provisions required for our settlements from the remnants of our ship's shattered hull. Your steadfast afterlife church.
Okay, so we deconstructed the ship. We got 25 what looked like wood resource. To build a building, select it in the bottom building menu. Picking from the chosen category, building require materials to be spent, and builder's shack in its vicinity to be constructed. Okay, hold on a minute. I'm not sure that I understand what they're saying here. To build a building, select it in the bottom building menu. Picking from the chosen category. Okay. So apparently there's 8 to 9, 10 categories, somewhere in that neighborhood. Buildings require materials to be spent, and the builder's shack in its vicinity to be constructed. To rotate a building, use Q and E. To demolish, use Q and select the demolish tool. Alright.
Heed your command, toiling tirelessly at your behest.
Construct a lumberjack and a lumber mill.
Our resources are dwindling, High Priest. Perhaps it's time your followers have proven their worth by constructing a lumberjack and lumber mill to secure our survival.
Okay, so lumberjack. It produces wood. Alright, so let's put it there. Okay, that's a deconstruct. Alright, there's zoom in, zoom out with the mouse wheel, pretty standard. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff here that we can deconstruct. Not connected to the main storage. I don't know what that means. Is this the main... Okay, that's main storage. Global storage, share between all warehouses and islands. Okay. Alright, so... core road. Dirt road. Here we go. Not connected to the builder's shack. Wow, yeah, they've got a lot of stuff to deconstruct here. The builder's shack, but where is the builder's shack?
Oblivion beckons.
I don't see a builder's shack. Okay, well, let me go ahead and build the lumber mill. Okay, so build cost is 100 something, which is whatever this is. 2 lumber, which we can see up here in the top, 2 planks. And 0 something, which I don't know what the something is. I think it's this, Eldritch Favor. Alright, let's put you there. Okay, okay, here we go. Builder Shack. The Builder Shack provides builder team that will travel via roads and construct your structures. Each builder team is capable of building one building at a time. Okay, so you actually have to have the roads down before the builders can even move to construction. Got it.
The sights await, High Priest, but it will be a true trial of your followers' capabilities to see if they can deliver on our expectations.
Okay, so there's more road. Let me get rid of that. The Builder's Shack requires 500 of whatever this is. I really wish if I hovered over it, it would tell me what it was. And then 10 planks. Alright. Okay. So now we're at negative 20 per minute. Okay, so this is upkeep, apparently. And now we're at negative 30 per minute. So each building takes a certain amount of upkeep. That makes sense. All right. Okay. Okay. The top UI shows the number of homeless who are not able to work. Interesting. To turn homeless followers into workers, provide them with housing. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so this kind of reminds me, and I'll be honest, I haven't played the game, but I've watched it. Kind of reminds me of Manor Lords, or back in the day, the game Banished. Okay, so let me make some more room.
The erection of houses is necessary, for homeless followers will not perform any work.
Alright, so where do we want to put the housing? First of all, let me do... Alright. So we have a house. Alright, let's build 2 houses. I don't know... Let me see what happens when I click on these buildings.
We require workers, O High Priest.
Not working. Okay. 2 employees for that. 2 employees for that.
O High Priest.
Okay, so that's only one... If according to this, we only had... That only allowed us to house 2 people.
Our work for our God.
Yeah, Thelonious Pickman specifically.
Our work for our God. We require workers, O...
Okay, they want us to build 3 houses, but I can... Specialization, here we go. Alright, but we need him... I think we need him here. Yeah, for lumberjack, yep. There we go. Alright, that's good. Alright, they want us to build another house, so let me do that first. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. So, at least we got 3. Alright, I'm already a little bit ahead. To assign an employee, select the plus icon in the building's UI and select an unemployed follower. Each employee can only be assigned to 1 workplace. Now, this is something that I'm going to very much like a lot. The fact that it's here versus what's in Anno 1800, because, well, in Anno 1800, to be completely honest, you just had to have the numbers. That's all. It just, they automatically went and worked there. I like this level of control. I think this is interesting. Production buildings will either generate items from the environment or turn one material into another. The performance indicates how much a material is produced. To see what influences production time, see the factors section of the UI. Okay, so we need to hire a worker.
Disciples stand prepared for labor, High Priest. Select your devoted followers and initiate the ceaseless work.
Unfortunately, we don't have somebody that can do it. His family is passionate about working in corn.
To advance our cause.
Well, alright, hold on. Let's deconstruct a few more things. I'm going to go off script here. And build a few more houses. Because apparently they don't take up upkeep. Alright, and then a road. You know what? Here, let's... And then I can build the road around. There we go.
We require workers.
They want to work in a road maker. I'm trying to keep them all to what they do, but the game might not allow me to. Let me let this last one. Fanaticism determines how fanatical your followers are at the moment. And then there are thresholds. Followers uncover secrets and pledge their loyalty to the leader, still uncertain of the full power of their faith. Well, that's interesting. That's going to be an interesting mechanic. Okay. Darn. Okay, so I'm going to have to use somebody. All right, let's use one of the ones that's dupe. Okay.
High Priest, the production of planks remains sluggish. Disassemble the remnants of those who came before us and claim their resources. Their failure may yet enrich the soil upon which our cult will thrive.
Okay, so deconstruct ruins to gather 10 additional planks. There's ruins of pylon. Here stands an ancient ruin of the pylon that used to connect our world with the realm of an ancient. That's interesting. Alright, there's 4. Ritual site, sacrifice altar. Oh god. This game is gonna be so good. Okay. Oh, nope, I'm still one short. Crap. Ritual site, beacon altar. Alright, I guess we'll just have to do one from a distance. There we go.
My High Priest, there is a matter that needs your attention and judgment. Show them the might of our God. Make them fear and feel the ecstasy of life.
Investigate the ruins near the mysterious hole and solve the matter of your faithful. Okay, fanaticism. That's what we were looking at a little while ago. The top UI bar shows your current cult fanaticism. You can increase or decrease it by making decisions and taking actions marked with the mask icon, is what I'll call it. Hover over a specific threshold to see its effects. The Old One. To thank the Old One for allowing them to arrive on his land, your people prepare ritual firewood spires. Each spire holds 2 caught animals struggling against the ropes and a captive brought along during your long voyage. The young man screams with a torn voice, crazed eyes, and deep bruises on his body. You are asked to throw the torch to begin celebrations. Alright, so light the spires in a way that causes a slow and painful burn. We increase our fanaticism by 10. Releases the sacrifice from the spires. We get another worker, which we're not using anyway. And our fanaticism goes down by 10. I think we choose the burn. Oh, wow, they've got a cutscene for it.
High Priest, have your senses been rekindled? At the culmination of the ritual, both of us fell into unconsciousness.
Okay. Eldritch Favor. allows you to settle sacred lands and unlock new buildings. Enter the Eldritch Favor menu by interacting with an icon in the building menu. That's this one here, and it says that there's a 1.
And in that state, our God spoke to us through images and visions revealing the sacred truth. A vision of a perfect temple hanging by the edge of the holy abyss. Speak the command, High Priest, and we shall erect this maiden monument bestowed upon us by our sovereign.
There are no materials, O High Priest. Our work for our God.
Okay, so first of all, let's click this. Spend Eldritch Favor. To unlock the building, select it and spend your Eldritch Favor to unlock it in the Favor window. Okay, so we're going to purchase the or unlock the sacrifice altar. Costs 500 favor, 10 planks, and has 5 upkeep. Alright, so we now need to build the sacrifice altar. Holy crap. Oh, I see.
It is imperative that the sacrificial altar be erected at the designated location, facing the abyss that lies at the heart of this realm.
I'd love to know why we have no materials for production.
Our work for our God.
Oh, I think I know what. Yep, there it is. Okay, so this hadn't produced wood yet.
There are no materials, O High Priest.
Okay. The hell? Okay. Sure. New ritual unlocked. Okay. Ritual for favor. This ritual allows you to obtain favor by carving an effigy and making a sacrifice. Okay. As faithful, you can ask for blessings from your god. Among them, ask for eldritch favor, needed for construction and unlocking buildings. Okay, so that's different. Okay, this is upkeep. I'm sorry. That's upkeep. This is eldritch favor down here in the bottom. Okay.
Perceive not your station as immutable. Demonstrate worth through sacrificial tributes.
Okay, complete the first sacrifice to Eldritch Lord to obtain favor.
Do you hear his whisper?
Begin the ritual. Oh, good lord. Alright, carve an effigy. Okay, enhancement materials to get more favor. Alright, so this gives us a base of 12. That's going to get us another 26. And then there was a base. Actually, this apparently is called faith, not upkeep.
The fire was kindled, my high priest. We must hastily commune with your faithful followers.
Interact with the bonfire and listen to your people.
Let us gather. Let us gather.
I don't know what they mean by interact with the bonfire. Oh, never mind.
Encountering the Harbinger of God and the living conditions of your flock distort their minds. Pitiful, unenlightened souls. Yet, we should attend to their primal needs to amend this distraction. I have carefully recorded the needs of the faithful within their houses, all for your noble purpose.
This is so freaking cool, but also a little whacked. I like it. Enter house to check the followers' needs. Really?
I serve the demon.
Okay, your people generate more faith and zeal. The more needs you fulfill in the house UI, you can see your followers' needs. Okay.
Begin by sating your followers' initial cravings. Construct the Elder's Temple and offer calm.
Okay, unlock and build the Elder's Temple. Fulfill the Elder's Temple need of followers. Unlock and build Clam Collector. Fulfill Clam need of followers.
Worship the Great One.
Okay, so this person doesn't have a need for anything.
I serve the deep. Worship the Great One. I serve we. Oh, I serve the
Yeah, none of them have a need. Ritual available for claim.
Honor the
Okay.
teachings.
Huh. That's kinda
Blessed
cool.
are we by the magnificent tendrils of our God's liege. But I will have to quell the fear in our faithful, guiding them to all.
Honor the teachings.
Alright, so I did that so I could unlock buildings. Alright, so we need to unlock the Builder's Temple and the Clam Collector. Okay, done that. Now we need to build the Elder's Temple. Yeah. Alright, so let's build the Clam Collector first. Yeah, I kind of figured that this needed to be on the shoreline. And then I'm guessing we're going to need to run a road here. And then the Elder's Temple. Okay, influence buildings. Influence buildings such as Elder Temple will influence and fulfill your flock's needs in its range. To see if this building's range reaches your follower's home, select it or look for it in the house UI. Okay. Well, the best thing is to just put it right near the houses. Like here. Okay, so there's our Clam Collector.
Workers, oh High Priest.
Alright, this will take 3 total. Alright, so we'll put you there. Alright, and then the Elder Temple is being built.
We will be rewarded.
Wow, it's going to take 15 minutes of production time. I would assume that if I were, say, to assign a second person, yeah, it cuts it in half. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so there's our Elder Temple. Alright, I guess we're going to have to... Let me put in a third person to speed this up.
Oh God.
I can always move people around later. Here's our bonfire. No idea what that is. Let's pull out here. I'm kind of curious. Alright, it's just a fairly small item. There's a source of sand. Just used for tutorial purposes, it looks like. Alright, so there's our clams coming in.
Fulfill the prophecy.
Increase zeal and worshippers living nearby. Followers assigned for prayer generate fanaticism points.
Worship the Great One. We will be rewarded.
Okay, so we are fulfilling clam needs. And that's increasing zeal, it looks like. And that is really slow.
Worship the Great One.
There we go.
High Priest, behold how your faith income swells.
Yeah, so we're now producing, well, right before it went away, it was producing 7 per minute of faith.
Your flock's primal desires and cravings have been salted, my High Priest, rendering them content and, most significantly, more devoted and productive in service to our sacred cause. Behold, your devoted acolytes stand ready, their zeal renewed, their faith unwavering, and eager to advance our noble pursuit.
Yeah, so it's going to be a balancing act between how much...
Your men have spotted a lone boat near our shore. It is in a dreadful condition. If souls are on board, we shall seize them and use their essence to deepen our faith.
So it's going to be a balancing act between, you know, how much upkeep you're spending for the buildings that you have constructed versus how much faith is being produced by your followers based on the needs that you've fulfilled. So like right now they are not getting corn or robes, which I presume would increase their faith. Right now we're getting 36 per minute because we have 6 total followers. Alright, so we have a boat here. Okay, so some of these things are just going to be singular actions. Okay, a singular boat, badly beaten up, miraculously arrived on the shore. Its inhabitants clumsily exited to the shore, falling to their knees and kissing the ground. They talk of dreams that beckon them here. Your priest suggests that you should offer some of them in gratitude to your lord for this gift. Okay, so we have 2 options. Pick the weakest. Order for the blood to be used in a ritual. Welcome the rest of the flock, for their calling just begins. Alright, so we're going to get 10 fanaticism points and 11 homeless, or 12 homeless. Yeah, we can give up 1. Okay, the performance window displays the status of each production building. You can effortlessly monitor the performance of individual workplaces, allocate additional workers, or promptly access the selected building's UI. Okay. So that's this one here.
Fulfilling the people's needs amplifies our faith income. Let us bolster our cult and see it flourish.
Okay, so now they're
The
just...
cult expands, its tendrils stretching beyond control. High Priest, let us convene in the main storage. I have a proposal for maintaining order.
Okay, so first of all, there's notifications. Ritual for favor available to claim. That's up here.
Honor the teachings. Fulfill.
My high priest, when you first lit this path, we stood on known shores with but a small flock. Now, at this sacred site where our fate solidifies, newcomers speak of dreams, drawing them to us, and many more will surely come. We must enforce order and reverence through ceremonies. Please take this knife I found at the abyss's edge. Use it to assert your authority. Okay. Sure.
Do not hesitate. Build the ceremony hall.
Okay. I'm trying to open... Okay, so here's the performance menu that they were showing us. We need help in the lumberjack and plank department. But I've got to build houses first. Okay. Okay, so I'm trying to get the housing in place first. Get everybody housed, then I can actually use the workers.
We will be rewarded.
Okay, so there we go. Ambrose is perfect. Is there anything else that we can scrap? There we go. Alright.
We obey.
Alright, Ambrose is already at the lumber mill. Yeah, see, this is the problem. We got a whole bunch of people for corn. Alright, let's go ahead and assign you.
The deep. We will be rewarded.
And you're already assigned. Okay, so that's everybody. Achieve at least 350 faith income by providing housing and meeting needs. We've still got, what, 5 more? Okay. That should be our last 5. Let me make sure to get everything that I can from a scrap perspective. Clam. Build the ceremony hall. There's corn plantation and corn cooker. Ceremony hall 15. Problem is we can't unlock both of them. So I guess we're going to have to do a ritual. I guess that's really the loop then. At least until you've unlocked everything that you need. That's what it looks like. So we're up to 82 faith per minute. I mean, if you're thinking it's going to be 6 per 66, 36, and 92 is where we're going to be at. And then, therefore, to get more, we're going to have to fulfill the corn needs. And then the ceremony hall is probably another one. Alright, but let's see if there's... Okay, hold on.
I serve the deep.
Alright, let me switch you. Alright, you're perfect the way... I want to fire you. Because I can put Winthrop in your place. There we go.
I serve the deep.
Alright, do we have anybody else for lumber? We have nobody else for lumber, so you're going to stay the same. Do we have anybody else for clams? We do. Alright, so let's
I serve the deep.
make that efficient. Let's remove the corn. Okay. Anybody else for clams? No. Alright. Alright, so now we've at least got everybody in their correct specializations. Now we need to figure out where we're going to plant corn.
Let us gather.
And I think we're going to need to do a ritual first. Alright, so that's an extra 12.
Let us gather.
Okay. I wonder what if the autocomplete just removes the timer. So as soon as this is done, we can unlock all of the buildings that we need and then build the corn and build the ceremony hall. I'll probably just build the ceremony hall and then wrap up this first look. But I'm already sold. I'm 100% sold. This has got great city building capabilities. Then the balance is going to be the faith versus upkeep. And I have to presume that there are going to be, other things that pop up that affect your faith, that affect your production capabilities, and balancing all of that in a city builder is exactly what I certainly am going to be interested in. I am so sold on this. It's just not even funny.
Teachings.
Okay. Alright, so let's unlock the ceremony hall. Corn. Your people produce faith when their needs are met. Faith income is how much faith is gained from your followers before extracting any upkeep costs. The strength of your people's faith and the favor of your God allows you to unlock new buildings. Okay, so let's go ahead and build the ceremony hall. Oh, I don't have enough planks. Allows for the performing of ceremonies that yield various bonuses and unique rewards.
We obey.
Okay, so here's one thing, at least from what I can tell, and maybe it's coming in a future version or it's part of the roadmap. I'd like to be able to move buildings. And right now, I don't see how I can do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and build the ceremony hall. I think I need to build you over here next to the temple. Okay, and then for needs, re-educator.
Awakened.
Ceremonial building. Ceremonial building lets you connect with your faithful, see your city, and conduct ceremonies that unlock rewards and increase cult fanaticism.
Oblivion
The structure is complete. Let us gather your faithful and conduct the ceremony. Lead them toward purity and faith. Lead them toward fanaticism.
Perform carving at the ceremony hall. Okay. Ceremonial carving. Carve a divinely inspired symbol onto your followers. Interpret its meaning to change their specialization and increase fanaticism. Okay. So we could take somebody and make them clam specialized, for example. Okay. Oh. Alright, I need to figure out who I want to do that with. Whoa.
We obey.
So... Eudora Ward.
Oblivion beckons.
Here we go. Oh. Okay, by marking followers, you can change their specialization. Carve the symbol you wish and complete the ceremony with the Finish Carving button. Carved symbols have set outcomes. You can discover which symbol creates what outcome and use it to your advantage. Okay, the Book of Symbols. Here we go, Clam Collector. Okay, so it's this. Okay, that just took a... No, that wasn't what I wanted. Dismiss the carving.
High Priest, suffering ennobles.
Okay, that's fine.
Mark your people and guide them along the spiritual path in life.
Okay, so I wish there was a way to automate this.
Marking the people sets their destined role within the cult. By your hand, your holy mandate is strengthening, as is your people's reverence, pushing them towards fanaticism.
Yeah, so this all makes sense within the scope of Lovecraftian, Cthulhian worship and things along those lines. Get that. I wish, though, that all I needed to do was choose the symbol, because, as we just saw, if I screw it up, then I don't get what I want from a specialization perspective in this instance. So I wish I could just choose the symbol and then let the game do the carving for me. But, you know, again, we'll see. This game's still in early access, so it potentially has changes that can be made. There's a ritual site there, okay.
Embrace.
We have a lumberjack problem. People don't know what happens to some of the materials they produce. They're convinced they disappear somewhere, but they're afraid to approach the smelly end of the yard where strange indentations in the ground can barely be seen. Do not fear, my faithful. Our God will light our path. Go and see if the missing materials are in there. We'll get 6 planks, but lose 10 fanaticism. In many tomes I have uncovered there was a mention of foul creatures that digs deep, and its hunger is endless. Gather materials and cover the hole. I think we can afford to lose a little bit of fanaticism. We currently have 85. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and gain the planks. Okay. Oh, good. I can actually move things around by holding down on the middle mouse button. All right, good. And then we have corn. So corn plantation and corn cooker. All right, I am not going to move forward with corn.
We will be rewarded.
But presumably that would increase the
We will be rewarded.
zeal of each house from +6 per minute to, I don't know, 8, 9, 10, somewhere in that neighborhood. And we would get closer to probably 200 at that point. But we'd still be a ways away from 350. In any case, I am 100% sold. I'm 100% sold. I will now wait until the 1.0 becomes available. But this has so many things that I love. It's a city builder that works and acts very similarly to Anno 1800 with the grid system. I love the grid system, by the way. I always get worried when I don't have access to a grid system, mostly because I'm just not creative enough in some instances to build towns without it. But then tying into all of the Lovecraftian lore is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be disturbing. I can already tell that. The fact that we're carving into people's backs, for example, that's a little out there. There is, I just noticed this, a dream archive. Oh, okay. This just shows the different tutorials. Okay. I thought maybe this was going to have more lore. In any case, I'm 100% sold on this. As a fan of both city builders and Lovecraft, Cthulhian, everything about it is right up my alley. So it was like they sat down with me and said, Professor, what would be your ideal game? And this is what they came up with. So I hope that you've been enjoying this first look. And as always, if you have been enjoying the content, please make sure to hit the like button. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button. You got anything you want to talk about or things that you'd like to see in the game, please feel free to comment as well. And hopefully, I'll see you in another first look coming soon. Talk to you later.